So I'll get right away. I'll take you to the southern of Africa, that is in Zambia. I was looking at the challenges and prospects, that is opportunities of small enterprise aquaculture for sustainable livelihoods, like you've heard, and to foster climate resilience in the Zambia's wave nexus. To start with, the Kafue catchment is endowed with a hot biodiversity, and it also provides 50% of population of water to the people there. And also, we see that in the wave nexus of Zambia, that is water, energy, and food, we have identified aquaculture, that is small enterprise aquaculture, as one of the hopeful components that can be able to at least provide also food availability to people there. But we have got a problem of climate change. Like globally, there's a problem of climate change. We know that, and this is causing problems in terms of food production and also population increase. And then this is also the problem that is in the Kafue catchment. In addition to this, we also have the invasion of wetlands. So the wetlands are being invaded for people to expand their agriculture farms, and also water pollution is causing eutrophication. On top of that, we've got habitat fragmentation, which is leading to biodiversity loss because of charcoal production, river sand mining. So this led us to the research questions. So in order for us to know why this aquaculture is not growing in this catchment, in as much as we know that it is a hopeful component, and so this is why we conducted this research to hear the perceptions of the public, and also to look at the policies that are there. So literature has shown that integrated agriculture and aquaculture has got the impact that it can bring about to the wave nexus. Then also literature shows that releasing of carbon emissions into the, of course, into the atmosphere because of the wetlands invasion is also very imminent. And then this is the sub-catchment that we're talking about. That is the pink area that you are seeing in Zambia. And then the methodology, obviously we involved multiple methodologies, which involved surveys, questionnaire, and also focus group discussions with key informant interviews that we carried out, and also the stakeholder analysis was done in order for us to find all these synergies that are there, and also how we can know about circular economy. So I had to target the government institutions like the Department of Fisheries, and also the autonomous bodies that are there in the catchment, which are working on this, like the fisheries and aquaculture cooperatives. On top of that, in order for us to have a more concrete result scheme, we also interviewed the same NGOs that are working in the catchment. We also interviewed the fish farmers themselves, the pastoralists, the charcoal burners, all those. We tried to ask them why are they not venturing into this hopeful trade. And then we saw that there is low youth participation in this trade, and the reasons attributed were these that you can see in the slide: lack of capital, allegedly corruption, and need for just white collar jobs, not the actual manual work. And then also other results that we found were the fingerlings. There's lack of intervention into the fingerlings for high quality feed, and also the fingerlings as well. Then there's this joint need of a policy implementation. These are some of the barriers that we found, that there's dead research. Research is conducted, but the results are not being communicated to the policy makers. And then we see that there's also lack of technical know-how. That is to say, the people who are involved in this, the fish farmers who are involved in this already, do not know how to use the equipment, or some of them lack the equipment. Then there's disease barrier because of they don't know how the stocking density. So most of the people tend to keep on doing the unsustainable practices like charcoal burning instead of involving themselves into this sub-component of the wave nexus, which is aquaculture. So these are the slides that you are seeing. We tried to do some ponds measurements, and then we saw that even the water quality wasn't good. Discussion: the resilient livelihoods will be improved because of this research, after having seen that it can raise the standard of living, of course, and it will target the sustainable development goals like number 1 and number 2. And then we see that, of course, if we withdraw the charcoal burners from the forest, obviously this will also increase the carbon sequestration, and then the health of the growing population, of course, which is now about 20 million, it can also be sustained by this research if they venture into this other subcomponent, because rain-fed aquaculture cannot work anymore if we just rain-fed agriculture, that is, if we just concentrate on that. Then putting all these results into a DIPSA model, we see that population increase and also the droughts, they are the ones which are causing these pressures now, which are like food insecurity, high unemployment levels, and then all these are now leading to the state of the Kafue catchment being invaded. You know, there are wetlands there and they are being invaded, and then there are all these problems that are there, soil erosion, and then the fish stocks are being depleted, and then people are not getting into other sustainable livelihoods. So this is where now aquaculture comes in to become a hopeful component. So this research, in conclusion, when you put it in a SWOT analysis, we see that there are some opportunities that I've already discussed, that I've said, and then we see that there are also some threats, of course, and weaknesses of this, such as capital or maybe diseases, that is zoonotic diseases. So the recommendations that we came up with, number 1, we need biofeeds and quality feeds that can be improved. Of course, this can foster circular economy in those farms. And then also we need at least diplomatic withdrawal of these alienated groups. So this was my presentation, and this is what we did. And thank you very much.